As a popular combat sport worldwide, MMA and boxing certainly have a lot of fans. Athletes and fighters like Manny Pacquiao, Mayweather, McGregor, and Khabib Nurmagomedov are major attractions for these two tough sports. However, the focus of MMA and boxing matches isn't always just on the fighters. There are also matches that surprisingly shift focus to the actions of the referee, whose job is to oversee the match. But what happens when fighters end up clashing with the referee? Let's look at the video. Fighter versus referee moments in MMA and boxing matches. First, let's start with an MMA fight that ended disastrously for a Russian fighter. Not only was he declared KO after receiving a punch to the jaw in the first round, but he also faced the embarrassment of fainting at the hands of the referee. This action by the referee, though rare, was necessary as the fighter went into a rampage after his loss. Losing is indeed frustrating, but acting recklessly as he did is not wise. Besides showing unprofessionalism, the fighter also had to endure the shame of being KO'd twice in one night. Speaking of MMA or boxing, adrenaline indeed reigns supreme as the fighters' battles aren't just on the stage, but start from the moment their matches are announced. You've probably seen fighters in these sports trash-talking during press conferences, so it's common for some fighters to lose control due to adrenaline. An example is a fighter who continued to beat his opponent even after the opponent had given up. Fortunately, before the opponent was severely beaten, the referee overseeing the match took firm action against the raging fighter by choking him. In addition to the previous fight, there's another MMA bout that resulted in a similar fate for its fighter. Unlike the previous case where the fighter reacted violently to being choked, this time the fighter who was choked responded more calmly. It seems that this fighter understood that resisting the referee is a no-win situation. This demonstrates that MMA referees are not ordinary referees, as such incidents are quite common. Therefore, anyone interested in becoming a referee in this sport must prepare themselves, as they need to be at least as strong as the fighters.
This is going way over the top there.
Next up is an amateur MMA match that showcased a remarkably chill referee. In this fight, a blue-shorted fighter who fell and went on a rampage, repeatedly directing punches at the referee, was met with a relaxed response. It was like a child throwing a tantrum for candy, where the referee seemed to perceive no real danger and remained calm. Similar incidents have also occurred in amateur boxing, as shown in the following video. A combination of high emotions and perhaps a bit of grudge led one boxer to go berserk and attack blindly. Fortunately, the strength of this fighter was not significant compared to the referee on duty. The referee easily handled the fighter, reminiscent of a child being told to go home because it's getting dark, a scenario familiar to many of us from childhood. Next, we have the fight between Ahmad Al-Darmaki and Bogdan Kirilenko. In this match, referee Mark Goddard played a crucial role in saving Bogdan when he was locked in a chokehold by an out-of-control Ahmad. Ahmad continued to choke Bogdan despite Bogdan's clear surrender by tapping out. Losing control, Ahmad turned against the referee when forced to release his chokehold. Fortunately, the referee, who was patient and not aggressive despite Ahmad's smaller size, did not retaliate. Because of his behavior, Ahmad faced the consequences of disqualification and lost his chance of victory, even though he had already started celebrating after confronting the referee. It was indeed an embarrassing moment. From a moment of regret for one fighter, we move to another equally embarrassing incident, a fighter unable to accept defeat, like the fighter on the right side of the referee who raged and attacked the referee. The referee spontaneously responded to this threat by pushing the fighter to the edge of the ring, causing a commotion. Fortunately, many people entered the ring to break up the fight. Otherwise, the audience might have been treated to an unplanned second match. Quite a deal getting to see two matches for the price of one ticket. Next up is a boxing incident that had a somewhat humorous twist during the 2013 Bernard Hopkins vs. Karo Murat fight. In this match, Karo Murat received a stern reaction from the referee, who pushed Murat's head after he repeatedly headbutted Hopkins. What's interesting about this action is the referee's expression, resembling a toothache-stricken father scolding his children for fighting. Aside from overseeing the match, referees also have the responsibility of calming the fighter's emotions. Usually this is done by speaking for no more than 2 seconds to ensure the continuation of the match and to check on the fighter's condition. There was an incident where a fighter, instead of calming down, challenged the referee to a fight when being pacified. The result was the initially chill referee getting angry and causing a commotion. This goes to show that referees are also human and can be provoked. Out of all these moments, which one do you think is the most epic? Or do you prefer the moment when a referee fainted after being hit by a fighter? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section.